What's up, everybody, and welcome to my AEW Beach Break review, I should say. Yes, Beach Break. Let's get the elephant out of the room, out the way right now, okay? Number one, why did they call this show Beach Break? I don't know. Like I said last week, it's the middle of January. It's fucking cold. It's like, how was like 10 degrees over there tonight? It's 6 degrees over here in Chicago right now. But yes, it's the middle of January. You're doing a show called Beach Break. Oh, by the way, it's in Cleveland, Ohio, by the way, too, where, like I just said before, it's already cold over there. It's not like you did this in Florida. It's not like you did this LA. It's not like you did in a state that's actually warm throughout the entire year, okay? You did a show called Beach Break in Cleveland, where it's cold as fuck right now in January. All right. I could see if this show was in April. I could see if it was in March. I could see if it was during spring break or something. Then I'd be okay with that. But this was very stupid to call this show Beach Break. But there was a lot of stuff that happened on this show. Let's get right into it. Right off the back, no entrances. Sammy Guevara versus Cody Rhodes in a ladder match for the TNT title. And by God, this was probably the best match of the night and damn near a freaking insane ass ladder match. Okay, like very insane ladder match. And whatnot. This just went crazy out there. All right, because both guys are going at it first. Of course, they got to climb the ladder. And everything, which they've been trying to knock each other back out of there. Cody doing a big electric chair, damn near off the ladder. A big superplex from Cody onto Sammy Guevara to the, like I said, onto the ground, well, into the ring. For a big superplex off the ladder. That looked insane. I know he did a figure four, which even my friend Kyle like. So I'm gonna just let you wrap my legs around a ladder and whatnot. Just do that, like, and not really do anything about it. I thought was kind of funny. One of the best spots in this entire match was the big cutter did, because both were on different ladders, but Sammy jumped off and did this big ass cutter on Cody, which looked very precision, very perfect, I should say, too. It didn't look too sloppy. So they really got that one down well, but both guys are basically kind of back up then after that. Cody pushing, Sammy off the ladder then, onto the ropes, basically get him off the ladder. Sammy tried to jump off and do like a big twist, but that didn't really work. I know they ended up trying to go for the titles. By the way, both TNT belts were up there. The referee had checked them and whatnot. Cody got a ladder, and on the outside, and basically hitting Sammy Guevara's knee with it. Then for some reason they had Fuego del Sol come out to help Sammy Guevara. I don't know really why they had him out there, just so Cody could beat the shit out of him. It's not like Sammy was really that much in trouble. And then again, what the hell's the inner circle at? I would have expected them to probably come out. I know their faces now, but one of his own teammates be out there to help him. Then Fuego del Sol, I thought that didn't make a lot of sense. Which gave Sammy time to take Cody out to the floor, set a ladder up into a bridge, and then climb up this big ass ladder. Did a big senton. It did not break. I'm sure that looked very painful from anybody who took it or gave it. Mostly maybe took it, especially somebody landing on you like that from that high up from a ladder was very deadly. But both guys got up, which, by the way, I said this earlier, but then again, I have to remember what company it is. Nobody likes to sell in AEW, which, honestly, there were several times where this match could have been over, from Sammy doing that perfect-ass cutter to even doing his damn fucking senton off the ladder. There was many spots. Hell, Cody doing a crossroads off the ladder. I thought he was going to win that. And it's not like the guy using any heel tactics out there or whatnot, or try to be a heel. He's just working like regular, or maybe as a face and whatnot. But I expected some type of shenanigans happening. I didn't really think Sammy was going to win this whole thing, to be honest. But, they both got up there, and, Sammy used the titles to hit Cody with to win the TNT belt. So, yes, Sammy did regain the TNT championship. And whatnot, and celebrate with Fuego del Sol. But I didn't really expect Cody to lose right here. But this is obviously the best match of the night, or the hottest match of the night, which the crowd was in. Like, I probably burned all the energy out here at the beginning, because the crowd went nuts for this shit, okay? So, yeah, Guevara winning both the titles. That was That was great. I'm surprised nobody was really hurt throughout this entire match too. But like I said, some would say nobody sells, but I have to remember what company this is too. Do I nobody doesn't really sell a lot around here. But overall, great match in general. By the way, I said about Beach Break earlier. Where were they? Somewhere on the beach with not Dante Martin, but what? Um, Hobbs and Starks talking about challenging Dante Martin and Jay Lethal. So I guess that's going to happen next week. Wardlow came out. This is his hometown and whatnot. So the hometown boy coming out here, basically killing two more jobbers, fans behind him. Powerbomb, 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 powerbomb with Mr. Just Swing It right there, the wannabe Rockshawn Spears. So there you go. But yeah, Wardlow got a win, but obviously this is still setting him up to be a face. The Inner Circle came out. Well, Jericho's theme song. Basically, Santana Ortiz just rushed to the ring to go against Daniel Garcia in 2.0. I don't know what happened to Eddie Kingston recently. Apparently, he was hurt. Shoot, I should say. Apparently, he was on a dark to what I'm reading. I don't know much about it. Well, part of it, I should say, not read it. But yeah, Eddie Kingston is legitimately hurt. The match itself was whatever. At least Jericho's in better shape this time. But Jericho kind of helping them, or Santana Ortiz getting a win, proving his point. So why was the point of this match in a way? Jericho had the Judas effect, and they needed his help. So he helped them. Instead, like Santana Ortiz are proving Jericho wrong, is Jericho proving them wrong. So yeah, what's the point of this? You know, Garcia and Everrise, they're just whatever to me. So it is what it is. I guess Private Party have a title shot now against the Jurassic Express this Friday on Rampage. CM Punk, probably one of the best segments in the entire night. CM Punk came out. He was ready to fight. It was Cleveland. And, you know, we all know who he wants to fight. And, I don't feel like talking. I feel like fighting right now. And, he's got his gear on, like I said before. He's got MJF scarf right now. You can find him for $5 on Amazon. And basically, his scarf was made in Long Island. And it's not strong material. And he called him out. And Punk, he said he chased him off. But MJF finally came out. Punk said, cut that crappy music. Crowd started chanting, MJF sucks. And so you must not want to see me wrestle again and stuff. And listen, like, you want this match, huh? You want this match? We're not going to do this match in, Cleveland, Ohio. It's supposed to be a historic. We're going to do it next week in Chicago. I don't think I'm going to go to this show. I'll get to that near the end, maybe this promo and whatnot. But they are supposedly doing this match in Chicago next week, Punk versus MJF. But MJF says, you want the match? You all want the match, don't you? It's going to be spectacular, okay? It's going to be upsetting. And MJF's going to beat CM Punk in Chicago and expose who the real CM Punk is. And, do the fake smile and stuff. And, the man left for 7 years, and he's going to do it all over again, just like LeBron James did with Cleveland going to Miami and whatnot. They said that Punk doesn't care about the fans, and you'll walk away again and go whine about it on a podcast. But Punk said, the best thing I did was leave and then come back, and whatnot. Because he says, I'm ready to fight. You're a fan, okay? I bet you're a fan. And, I'm sure you stood in line for autograph and all that stuff with the rest of these fans, but you're not going to put it on them. And Punk says, I'm going to beat you to an inch of, your 3-inch lips or his boots and whatnot. He's going to beat him, all right? And, love or hate him, that's life, he said. But Punk, talked about, like, we can fight right now, okay? We don't got to wait till next week. We really don't. But MJF said, but let's still test that theory, all right? Let's see you get back up. So the rest of the Pinnacle came out. Shawn Spears, who had a chair for some reason, did a double leg takedown instead of just hitting Punk with the chair for some reason. Punk tried to fight him off, but FTR and, Spears and, MJF jumped him. Wardlow stood by for a second until MJF ordered him to do a power bomb on Punk onto the chair, as MJF basically like sat down Indian style. It says, next week, we're going to end your career where it started. So probably the best promo of the entire night, and just probably the best feud going around, or the biggest feud in this company going around in general in AEW. Okay, listen, I'm probably not gonna go to the show next week. I know they're doing their best, price sell more tickets to go there. Listen, I was at the show back at Thanksgiving at the Wintrust Arena. I'm probably not gonna go next week. Listen, I'm not gonna go to every show that comes around here. Okay, I like going and I have a fun time too, but I can't make every fucking show. All right, and whatnot. So, and so I'm not gonna go to get the whole COVID thing right now too, because I'm sure probably people wonder, are you not going because of that? Hey, that shit has been getting bad around here lately, so don't know if I want to risk that all the way. But I'm probably not gonna go to the show next week though, and whatnot. So, right, like I said, I'm not gonna really go excuse me, to AEW next week though. But hey, there'll be a shot town next week. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. We'll see what happens. But just wanted to get that out the way. But like I said, best thing out of the show was the Punk and MJF promo once again. Julia Hart, I guess, is getting a shot at the TBS title for some reason. When will her eye ever heal? She's had that eye patch for a month. Then again, when she joined the House of Black, I'm not sure. The Acclaim talked about John Moxley. I thought it was funny they called him Oscar Kakashka from Hey Arnold. That was hilarious. But like, then these guys get their asses kicked last week. Now they're gonna get their asses kicked by Moxley this week. Okay. Layla Hirsch went against Red Velvet. Not a bad match, honestly. I know Hirsch, kept going for the shoulder the entire match, but she won by a roll up. You think she would have won by submission, but then put the armbar back onto Red Velvet. Chris Statlander came out for the save. But that was actually not a bad match, though. That was actually pretty good. What else? I know they had a House of Black promo. Talking about Pac. Britt Baker came out with her PWI awards. Tony Schiavone had already said in the ring. Some people look at this as a payoff by PWI just to get AEW over, which I could probably see that too. And she went on, talk about, she's not straying into the microphone, start talking about Baker Mayfield and, it's, sacked in Pittsburgh and whatnot. Probably just sort of, recent NFL games and whatnot. And it's like, I felt like, this promo wasn't bad, but she was just going on and making, just shitting on Baker Mayfield. And talk about Cleveland. You got somebody that can finally count on, just destroying this guy. Honestly, I expected somebody to come out and interrupt her as he was going to be next in line for her to face the title. But obviously, this was just for the Pittsburgh Steelers to gloat with Britt Baker right here. So the promo was what it was, and the PWI awards where it was. I know they had Vicky Guerrero and Nyla Rose come out. I don't really give a shit. Moving on. Now in the main event, the lights out match. Listen, I already know a lot of people buried the promo with the beach of both of them standing out there because both of these guys, I'm sure everyone says, look small as hell. Even Cole, for some reasons, looks smaller as everyone has put out, which I guess I would agree. But it did look silly with them standing out on the beach and it's cold as hell here. Listen, it's a lights out unsanctioned match, so I already had people tell me this was already going to happen last week, and I already knew it was coming. So I guess this loss thing doesn't count here. Honestly, did this really need to happen? And, this looked like a car wreck. Of course, one of the biggest pops out of the night also was Cole pulling a chair, and Danhausen from Ring of Honor shows up. Listen, I don't know much about Danhausen. I've seen some of the stuff he's done probably on YouTube and Twitter. I haven't really seen him wrestle that much in Ring of Honor. I know he's really over with fans on the internet right now, which, by the way, they've already signed this guy, so they immediately signed him, which people I've seen been wanting, and they chanting for his name. So, Danhausen, I've never really seen the guy wrestle that much. I've seen a couple of the antics and maybe some segment with PCO, but I don't know everything on Danhausen, but I know he has gotten over on the internet big time and stuff. He's very very nice and very evil and stuff. So maybe I need to learn a little bit more about Danhausen, but I know somewhat about him. I know he's over. But Cassie's hand is bleeding. Cole stomping on his hand, using weapons, spraying with a fire extinguisher. I think Cassie sprayed him with. Cole had some chairs, hit with a big Michinoku driver through the chair, and he wanted help for some reason. They sent Cutler out there. They sent Wheeler Yuta out there. Bobby Fish, I was wondering what Red Dragon. What else? Kyle O'Reilly, by the way. Chuck Taylor, the Young Bucks, of course, the usual suspects. Roppongi Vice. I'm surprised Rocky Romero is back. Did he just get COVID last week? He's back already? Well, I wouldn't again this whole Omicron thing or whatever. What, it's like 5 days you gotta... dude, you can't... I'm not gonna go on the whole COVID thing right now, but I'm surprised he was back so fast, alright? So, I'm like, did this motherfucker just catch COVID last week, Rocky? But, all these interferences, Cassie in the beach break, going for the orange punch. Cole tried to low blow him, but he ended up hitting Cassidy with like a cup with thumbtacks. How are you walking around with that? Cassidy hit a Panama Sunrise, still, a kick out. He had a chain over his hand in, and Cole ran up and all the way to the back. And then they got, Tony Khan and Jerry Lynn sitting right there in the gorilla position. They moved Jerry Lynn out the way. Cole put Cassidy through the table, knocking out some TVs in the back. He didn't hit the last shot on him, went for a super kick. And then, Cassidy had the chain and stuff. And Cole moved the stage lights. And, he went up one of the entries. I guess he's going to hit this big-ass Panama Sunrise from the top of the stage, I guess, which Cassidy was gone. And it Cassidy, he hits him with a low blow. And then he hugs Adam Cole like this. Like, he starts hugging him, which I'm saying, like, Cole could have easily broke out of this or, like, kick him back in the nuts or something. The cup's already out. He's just standing there looking like a fool in a way. And then Cole, but then Cassidy just throws Cole over the stage with him, and Orange Cassidy wins. So, yeah, listen, I sat there and I just kind of laughed and shook my head. I knew this was coming. We all knew this was coming. Honestly, I'm sure people would have said Cole should have went over. But then again, how many times has Cole beat Orange Cassidy to begin with? But then again, it's just laughable that Orange Cassidy beat Cole in general. I know it doesn't count because it's a lights out match and it doesn't count on his record. But dude, he still beat him at the end of the day. Okay? I can see more and more. Damn, and I'll sit there and say, this guy went from the Undisputed Era to this. I've said it before, they got Cole kind of spinning his wheels, if you ask me. Cole's much bigger than this. I'm kind of glad Kyle O'Reilly wasn't even a part of this whole thing now, to be honest, what happened tonight. So, I'm just sitting there looking at it like, I'm just kind of laughing, shaking my head at it, but Cole, man, you went from the Undisputed Era to losing to Orange Cassidy. This guy was one of the most unstoppable fucking things over there. And I'm not going to get on the size thing like a lot of other people have right now. I can understand that too, okay? Or some would say he looks smaller than he did when he was in NXT. Maybe NXT knew how to mask that well, okay? And now found ways to hide his weaknesses and stuff. Cole, I just feel like he's spinning his wheels with his feud. They could put Cole in any big feud at any time if they want. But if he had him spinning his wheels against Orange Cassidy of all people, okay? So, I don't really know what to say from this. I don't know. I knew this was coming. People told me this was coming. It's just fucking laughable at the end of all this. So, I look at this Beach Break show. I look at all these hardcore matches. Even my friend Steven pointed out, like, they're doing all these hardcore matches lately. Well, we're already doing a Texas Death Match in the next 2 weeks already for the AEW World title. We've already seen a ladder match earlier tonight. You have this unsanctioned match. What the hell's next week? What's the next hardcore match you're going to have next week, huh? Please, fucking tell me, because I want to know. Alright? So, the ladder match was the best thing on this show, and the Punk and MJF promo was probably the next best thing on this show. Okay? Everything else, Wardlow kills guys. Hirsch and Red Velvet wasn't even that bad. The Baker promo felt like it went on and on and on and on, which I expected somebody to interrupt. By the way, how come nobody did come out and help Punk now? What happened to fucking Sting and Darby of all people? Weren't they teaming with him not that long ago? Yeah, I don't know what else I could say. Like, main event, take it how you want. That's all I'm going to say. And stuff. Jericho and them, I don't know where the story is going. So, this is my review of the Beach Break. in the middle of fucking January and it's cold as hell outside, but they'll be in Chicago next week. Am I really going to the show next week? Honestly, I don't really think so, like I explained earlier, but I'm not going to go into that again, okay? So, tell me what you think about this beach break shit, because this was, I don't even know. I'll say it too. One last thing before I go. People thought Johnny Gargano was going to be here tonight. It's Cleveland. It's his hometown. It's Ohio. So, people expected Gargano was going to show up. We didn't give you Gargano. We gave you Danhausen. That was your surprise debut. You didn't get Johnny Gargano. You got Danhausen. And I'm not even trying to knock Danhausen all the way. But you got him over Johnny Gargano. Let that sink in. Because people thought he was about to debut tonight. They really did. I saw that going on the internet all day. So, yeah. Other than that, I am out of here. Peace out. Comment, subscribe. Tell me what you think about this show tonight, alright? Damn, I got the energy. Woo! I feel good. I got a lot of energy tonight for some reason. But, yeah. Tell me what you think about this show. I'm out of here. See you guys later. Peace out.